A bit long on that one. And just about 8 feet left to the hole.
This for par.
That'll hurt the momentum. Currently at +1 for the day. Trying to forget the bogey on the last as they step onto the tee. Oh, that's piped. That's heading down the runway. Rich, one of the big advantages for the experienced players on tour is their history around particular courses. But what advice would you give to the new players who are coming to a course for the first time and how to handle it?
I would say tread easily. Go in there and just try to get into a good rhythm on the golf course. Don't try and go out and try and hit too many heroic shots or go after too many flag sticks, because if you don't know what the consequences are if you don't pull off that shot, well, shame on you. So I think that the veterans obviously have more knowledge about golf courses, and they can say, oh, I don't want to miss it there because that's dead. I've seen it happen before. When you go into a new golf course, Luke, you got to go in with it and just try and play a little bit on the defensive side. Don't get too greedy. Don't try and make too many things happen. Go in there, find some fairways, find some greens, hole a few putts here and there, get some confidence going first before you start attacking pins.
Let's go down to John McCarthy for our on-course report. And John, you've now had some time to walk the course this week before today's show. What are we in for today at the Jacobson Homestead?
Well, Luke, yes, I love walking around this rural setting. Not a whole lot of trouble to start off with, but things heat up quite a bit when you hit the 7th hole, par 4. Has a dogleg left and a few bunkers and trees to deal with off the tee. Back 9 opens with a narrow and lengthy par 5, but that's really as tricky as it gets. I guess there is it gets a little swampy on the 15th, but the water generally won't be a factor for many players out there in the field. They saved the most challenging tee shot for the 18th, which leads up to an elevated green for the approach. That will be a fun hole to watch this week. Hopefully provide some drama coming down the final stretch. Let's see what happens, guys.
How close was that to going down? This putt just 5 feet away from the hole.
Trying to save par here.
That will work. Now let's switch our focus to Rickie Fowler.
He's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Now 3 strokes back after that hole. It's time to step onto the tee here at the 5th. Looks like they got all of that one. That's on a good line. Few players have had the kind of impact on the game that Rickie Fowler has, and certainly being a fan favourite, Rich. It's funny when you see grown men dressed head to toe in orange supporting this wonderful person. But I know he wants more out of his career bio than what he's got right now.
And he will definitely get it as well, Luke. He's too good of a talent, and he has too much ability to not be a great player and be on the top of the leaderboard definitely a few times during the season. He is definitely, if there's a Pied Piper in golf outside of Tiger Woods, I would put my thumb on Rickie Fowler, just because so many people go out there dressed in the orange gear that he has, and whatever he does, they just love it. He's engaging, he's affable, he looks like he is enjoying himself on the golf course, which I truly believe he is. He really is one of these players that's so dynamic and so fun to be around. You can't help but root for him week in and week out.
Playing their 5th shot. Let's return to live play now. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Setting up this putt 14 feet from the cup. Looking for another birdie here.
Oh, so close. So no movement there. The player remains at even par. Teeing off here at the 7th. And after that par, they're looking for something good here.
Pretty good shot there.
Well, they've got their eye locked in. Look at that approach shot against Rickie Fowler as well.
Oh, that had eyes for it. Lovely shot. And with it, he moves to 1 under par. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Here we are in front of a par 3. Going with the 5-wood. This would be a great up and down. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? Big putt for par coming up. Well, that's a mistake. Tough to leave that short.
Well, I think they fell in love with the line, forgot about the pace.
Now, long-range putt coming up here. It'd be good to make a bomb, wouldn't it? Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Well, that's a shame. That'll drop them down the standings, that's for sure. We've reached the 9th hole. Time to tee off. From about 200 yards out. 3 shots off the lead. Opting for the hybrid, I think.
Yeah, oh no, this one's left.
Yeah, not a bad effort, that one. Up onto the green and a chance to hole your putt. This putt, a chance to move inside the top 20 on the leaderboard. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. That gets the job done. Now over to Rickie Fowler.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And Henny, what are they looking at here?
The perfect leave. Uphill, can be firm.
Patrick Cantlay currently in the lead. Aggressive play here, going with driver off the tee. Couple of birdies and a couple of bogeys. Needs to get something going here today. Good shot there, Beamer. Second shot here at the 10th.
Yeah, that's just not going to work for him.
And here we are with the 3rd shot. Currently 4 shots off the pace. And this putt is for a big 4 on the scorecard. Oh, just missed. 12 feet to the cup coming up. Ooh, right by the hole. Patrick Cantlay is at the top of the leaderboard with a 1-stroke lead. And now teeing off on this par 4 hole. That drive heading straight towards the cut stuff. Henny, what have they got in front of them here?
Setting up from about 100 yards.
This is from miles away. Well, Rich, think they can make this one?
I really can't say I'm a fan of their chances on this one, Luke, but I tell you what, I've been wrong once before.
And that's a couple of bogeys on the bounce, I'm afraid.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Now playing a little defensively.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Trailing by 7 after that hole. Let's see what happens here at the 12th.
Looking to bounce back after that bogey, and they've got a great opportunity here.
Not a bad approach. Grab the putter from the caddy. You're dancing.
Already had a few birdies today. Another opportunity for another one. Let's take a look.
That'll sting a bit.
That will drive you bats.
Now let's switch our focus to Rickie Fowler.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
Oh my, how about that for a par?
And now this is why you can never get comfortable, even if you're leading a PGA Tour pro. This is what they do. They mean business.
2 great shots are required here because this hole is a long par 4. And Henny, what kind of a shot are they facing this time?
He's got, I'd say, a solid 145 here.
Good sounding strike, that one. That's a good shot by him. He'll be delighted. Putting for birdie here. Was on a good line. Just a tiny putt is all that remains. Well, that was a positive hole. A little shift up the leaderboard. Well played. We find ourselves on the tee, one of the stronger par 4s on the back 9 here at Jacobson Homestead. The 14th playing 483, Rich, from the tips.
Yeah, generous landing area, thankfully out to the right-hand side. Obviously a bunker down the left, and if you miss it even further left, there's water lurking. But the second shot, this is where it gets slippery. This is where it gets dangerous, especially to a back right hole location. All of a sudden, the water down the right-hand side comes into full view. Bailing out to the left in the bunker, not so hot either. Tell you what, it takes a brave player to fire at this flagstick.
Well, that's worth reviewing. Let's roll the videotape.
Oh yeah, look at those hands. What a chip shot.
Now over to Rickie Fowler.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
Let's get back to it, shall we? Patrick Cantlay is atop the leaderboard with a 2-stroke lead. Teeing off here at the 15th hole. That's a good-looking shot there. Going with a 3-wood here.
That's definitely left of the green.
And this player's really going after it here, Rich.
Always like the aggressive play, going for it in 2 and get rewarded for it.
Okay, steady now. Now let's switch our focus to Rickie Fowler.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Let's take a look at the leaderboard as it stands. And with that now, back to level par. We have a par 3 on this one. Keep your fingers crossed for a bounce to the right. And not a bad approach. He'll be putting. What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
Careful not to leave this one short. It's back uphill, and nothing worse than leaving an uphill putt short.
That's a lovely effort, that one. That's a handy putt to make. And that will take him to 1 under. Well, that's worth a replay. Let's take another look.
I could watch this one all day. Who would have thought that would go in?
He's in a share of 12th place.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
Let's see what happens here at the 17th. Oh, absolutely flushed. Well, this is a little bit of a birdie blitz going on from the player. Can they make another?
Yes, the only thing that could ruin it now is a triple bogey.
A putt for a place in the top 10. Ouch, that hurts. Just 3 feet to the cup.
This is what they have left for a par.
Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. Rich, we find ourselves at the finishing hole here at Jacobson Homestead, and it seems strange to be playing it just at 400 yards.
I tell you what, though, I like this finishing hole because it gives you options. You don't have to necessarily hit driver here. If you do, you got to take it over some pretty tall trees, and you can't miss it to the left-hand side. The safe play, lay it out to the right, but now your second shot becomes just a little bit longer, a little bit more difficult to get it that close to the hole. I love the options you have on this finishing hole. A great opportunity for one final birdie.
What a shot! Almost went in the bucket. And that'll wrap things up for him here at this tournament. Well, Henny, that was some match. We thought it'd be a great rivalry, and it absolutely was. But how proud would this player be to have taken down Rickie Fowler despite not winning the event?
Luke, this player will be brimming with pride. What a great result. They challenged Rickie Fowler and beat him. Now, they'll be telling that story in the pub a few times in the coming weeks.
I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beem, and on behalf of all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's goodbye for now. Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Shriners Hospitals for Children Open is about to start. I'm Luke Elvey alongside major champion Rich Beem in the booth, and it's wonderful to welcome in Henny Koyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm looking forward to bringing you the action from the ground level for this week's featured group. Now there's a sense of heightened competition this week, and this player has mentioned that they're starting up a rivalry this week with their playing partner.
And this week, Henny, they're looking to beat Harold Varner III. It should be an exciting and entertaining duel.
Absolutely, Luke. Harold Varner III is one of the most charismatic, talkative, and highly skilled players out there on tour. He'll either cut you down with his game or his slick talking. You better be on your guard.
Yes, he's got a sharp tongue and a clever game. Let's see how HV3 goes up against this player in this rivalry. The second at TPC Summerland is a par 4 measuring 469 yards from the back tee. It plays slightly downhill, so a strong drive here will set up even just a short iron approach. However, there's a huge waste area to the right, so accuracy off the tee is required. The smart option here is to lay back with a 3-metal and give yourself a full shot in, and also take one club less into this green as it will release down the slope. And back to the course with the live action. Let's see if we can make this big putt for birdie. It's a bit disappointing.
Can't believe he did that. That drives you bonkers as a player.
He finds himself at a share of fourth. The third hole at TPC Summerlin is a very strong par 4 measuring 492 yards. There's a huge ravine that works right up through the middle of this. It requires a very strong drive up the right half to go at this green in 2. There is a big fairway to the left if you want to tuck over and get up and down for your par that way. That's not the shot he was hoping for. Getting ready to play their third. Big par saver coming up for this fella. Well, that'll play.
This player is putting for fun.
Well, I think that warrants another look. Let's see that again.
Yeah, let's see this again. Have this one on repeat.
Currently 1 under for the day. The fourth at TPC Summerlin is a pretty straightaway par 4 measuring 450 yards from the back tees. The fairway bunkers down the left and right are to be avoided. Really, not much to this hole, just be accurate on approach. Setting up in some very deep rough.
Yes, this is like a big bowl of spinach salad. It's just gnarly in there.
Opting for the 3-wood. Well, that certainly makes putting a lot easier when you can hit a shot like that.
And as good as they putt, you almost have to guarantee this one.
Well, that's a momentum maintainer. Well done.
Unreal display this week with that wand.
Players setting up, trying to get up and down from the bunker. And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Trailing by a couple of strokes now. The fifth at TPC Summerlin is a par 3 measuring 197 yards. Depending on where they put the tees on this hole, ensures the type of club you need to get at it. If you're going at it, make sure you avoid that bunker that's short and right. Chance to sneak into the top 5 here. This one's looking good. And in it goes for the par. I will take that. Also into the top 5 now. And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
It's been neck and neck. He's actually tied with his rival. This is tough. Can he do it?
The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. The 6th at TPC Summerlin is a snaking par 4, playing 430 yards. There's a big waste area up to the left-hand side that needs to be avoided. If you can position your drive on the right half of this fairway, it gives you the best shot up the hill to a green that is not protected by any bunkers. The history of golf has been littered with some great characters for the modern game. Harold Varner III is right up there. A really personable guy, just effervescent. And I think, Rich, the only thing we're all waiting for is that first W to come. He seems to deserve it.
I can't wait to see what happens when he gets that first W. Oh, it's going to be blissfully fun. He's such an engaging personality that you can't help but just like him. He is out there enjoying every single moment of being on the PGA Tour, playing against the best in the world, and he believes that he can hang with every single one of those players. It hasn't kind of shown up yet, but there's no doubt in my mind with the belief that he has in his own game, that alone will carry him to a win on the PGA Tour sooner than later, and I'm thinking it could happen as early as this year.
Second shot here on the 7th.
Wow, did this come out beautifully?
Nicely done.
Trying to get to 3 under par with this putt.
Little birdie look in here.
Come on, don't be shy.
Wonderful putt. And that puts some real pressure on their rival now. Oh, that was a touch of class. Wouldn't mind seeing that again.
I need to see this again because I still can't believe they hold that.
He's currently tied for second. The 8th at TPC Summerlin is a big par 3 playing 239 from the tips. A well-struck shot will avoid the gully here, but anything to the left half can roll off the green. The bunker short rider also to be avoided, so you don't make a sloppy bogey. Always love these opportunities, especially when it's for birdie. That's frustrating. 3 feet to go here to the hole. Just 2 shots back after that hole. The 9th at TPC Summerlin is a par 5 measuring over 563 yards. Really, the main aim here is to just avoid that bunker off the left of the tee. Then, if safely in the fairway, you can get after this green. A strong shot will play to the left half of this green and feed down to any hole location. A birdie chance, no doubt. And now heading over to Harold Varner III.
He's 2 strokes behind his rival this week.
Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? And here we are with the 3rd shot. Just 2 shots behind. Ooh, that almost went down. And this putt to move into 2nd spot on the leaderboard, or at least a share of it. Nice one. 4th birdie of the day. And that will take him to 4 under. Well, Rich, as we make the turn to the back 9, what are your thoughts so far?
Look, they're in the top 10, and they're actually making a really nice push up this leaderboard. Let's see how they play over this final 9 holes.
That's tiny. Playing from around 110 yards out.
Wind's blowing right to left here, and they're going to go ahead and ride the one in here.
We need this one to bounce right. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Just got to trickle this one in the front door. It's downhill.
Ooh, putting for par. And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And let's see what that shot did to the leaderboard. He's currently sitting in 3rd. Placement off the tee is required at the TPC Summerlin 11th hole, par 4, measuring 448 yards. The big bunker down the right side is to be avoided at all costs. And there's also a little tree there which might affect any line of sight approach to this green. Choosing the 9-iron here. You like that, didn't you? A chance to move to 5 under par.
Good stuff today, especially the short game has been really sharp today.
And now heading over to Harold Varner III.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. The 12th here at Summerlin is another short par 4, 442 yards off the tips, but plays slightly downhill and leaves just a short iron approach. The only real danger here is the big body of water that starts around 150 yards short and goes right up past the green. Looks to be going with the 5-iron.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. I didn't think they'd be able to hit that from that lie.
A birdie putt awaits. That was a gallant attempt. Right on 4 feet. Should make this one. Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard. The 13th at TPC Summerlin is a monster par 5 measuring over 600 yards from the back tees. The big hitters with a tail breeze can cover that bunker on the left-hand side. But if you want to lay up, make sure you've given yourself the right number, because there's a lot to this green and plenty of ways to 3-putt it. Be careful on approach. Getting ready to play their 3rd. 2 strokes off the lead. And hitting yet another green here in regulation. And this putt to move into a tie for second.
Yeah, this is looking nice.
Well done. Take the birdie. And that will take him to 5 under. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead.
Well, now things have gotten interesting. Closing the gap.
Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. This one is right down the pipe. And this putt to move into a tie for first.
And a big moment for this player with just 4 holes left.
Par putt coming up here. Okay, let's head to the next. And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And after that effort, this is how the field is shaping up. Currently at -5 now for the day. The 15th at TPC Sutherland is a great short par 4. In fact, a lot will try and drive it in the tournament. If you want to lay it back, you've got around about 115 yards uphill to a green where you can't see those back hole locations. However, a good aggressive play here must avoid the pot bunkers around the greens or the big waste area to the left. A chance to make a birdie here or even an eagle. Oh, what a ripper from long range. And that will move him up the leaderboard as well. That shot's so good, we need to have another look.
Yeah, this was a gift. Wasn't expecting this.
And now heading over to Harold Varner III.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Okay, let's get back to the action. Solid play finds that player moving up the leaderboard after that hole. The 16th at TPC Sutherland is another one of those great scoring holes en route to the finish. The par 5 playing 560 yards. The well-struck drive up the right half here gives you a chance to get at this green in 2. If you are going for the green, make sure you got enough club because that huge penalty area in front of it will ruin any score. Be careful going through the green here as well because getting down from over the back is not that easy. Trying to get to 8 under par with this putt. Looking really good, this one. Oh, well holed for eagle. And that will take him to 8 under. And after that hole, he's now alone at the top of the leaderboard.
2 holes to go, Luke. I know who I like.
Opting for the 5-iron. Oh, what a shot by our leader. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
Setting up this putt 28 feet from the cup. What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
The old hammer hands putt. 6 feet remaining to the cup. That's a good putt to make, that one. And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Leading by a shot after that hole. The 18th at TPC Sutherland is a 444-yard par 4 with a big body of water just beyond the gully, which you've got to drive. Make sure you avoid those bunkers on the right side to give you a good iron into this green. And this shot from about 150 yards out. Currently in the lead by a shot. Playing within their comfort zone there. And he can win the event here if he can hold this putt. Oh, just missed the birdie. Well, it's fair to say that this player ran the tables this week, Rich, and came up trumps in Las Vegas. Look at your Shriners Children's Open winner.
And nobody on the PGA Tour will be shining quite as brightly as this player the rest of the evening here in Las Vegas.
Well, Rich, you know just how excited this player is.
An exciting tournament, an exciting finish. Love it. First victory on the PGA Tour. Congratulations.
Well, that'll just about do it. On behalf of Rich Beam, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next time.